light on. We live. We live. We good? Are we good? Yeah, we are on. We are on. What is good, guys? Marvin the Martian here. How's everybody doing? We are live. It is the last open mic of the month of November, and today I thought I'd do it here because we are a few days away from Thanksgiving here in the United States. That is a national holiday uh, of the massacre of the people. I'll stop. Uh, but we are here also just to give thanks. That's what Thanksgiving is about. But it is about the other thing too. I'm just saying. Sorry. Anyway, but I'm here to do it because one, guys, I am thankful for everything you guys have contributed to the channel and continue to contribute to the channel. It means a lot. We are moving strong into the stratosphere of the pack growing. Uh, we are reaching 12,000 pack members. The road to 20K is that's still the mark right there. But I'm here to answer your questions, and I've seen people already popping questions. That's great. Keep them. I am going to be with you guys for a while until you hear a big timer. I set a timer this time. When that timer goes off, I am done. One of the coolest things, of course, and the other thing is, guys, yes, I want to give a shout out to a special someone, very special somebody, and I hope she is watching because it is very important. And so this goes out to Miss Azaria Carter, my queen, who made my day last week or so when she purchased from my shirt store and purchased one of my shirts, purchased one of my merch, my people. That made my day. And I hope for everybody who does purchase my merch and you follow me on Instagram or Twitter or wherever, and you do purchase it, please tag me you wearing the merch so I can see it. That makes my day. Once again, guys, yes, the Patreon is up, and I'm working on. I just put up a video, kind of getting you guys involved with some of the tiers. I've seen a couple of ideas that I might use for the first 3 tiers. The last one, I know what it is, but I have revitalized my Patreon account, put it back up. That means a lot to do as well. So yeah, check them out if you need to. But yeah, once again, guys, I am here to bring forth uh, a lot of, hopefully, a pretty good amount of questions and answer for you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me just write this one text and I'm done with the phone. Okay. All right. And that is it. We are done. So with the questions there, all right. So we have a lot of questions here, pretty much in the fold. We do got some. Uh, we do have some uh, moderators also a part of it. That's good. Need that. So moderators who are moderators, those are the people who have the little wrench on the side of their name that's glowing blue. You see, please be intact and be ready if you start seeing trolls and stupid people coming through this link and this Q&A, then please be, you have every duty. It is your duty to wax their asses. No, I'm just messing. To boot their asses out and block them. So that goes to everybody in there who has blue wrenches. All right. Let's get another chip. Okay. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to answer your questions, and just want to get this out real quick. God damn it, would you stop texting me? Okay, I'm done. Last text. This is it. I'm done. I'm done after this. I'm done. I swear. Okay. I am done. That's it. Phone. Okay. We turn that off. All right, there we go. There. All right. Boom. Now, once again, guys, to everybody who is joining in, thank you for it. It is a special, not really a special, but it is the final open mic Q&A of the month of November. We did the first one, the first day of November. We're doing it now. We're only a few days away from Thanksgiving, so I hope everybody is getting ready. If you're cooking or you're doing something, getting ready to get your grub on and be around the people you love and be thankful for all that stuff. I'm hoping that goes well with everybody too. Now, first question we going to talk to is coming from Galactus Girl. Asks me, I read Spider-Man Sinister Wars. Have you read it? Yes, I have. That was a really interesting. Two versions of the Sinister Six going to war with each other. That was pretty creative, and Mark Bagley's artwork just great, beautiful. They're about to bring it out on trade not too long, so if anybody wants to check it out, check it out. What Disney film made you cry the hardest? Lion King. Next probably will be Tarzan. Yeah. Because there is it is what is 12:25 12:25 p.m. Uh, that is cool. Uh, in Down Under. Got one of my Aussie Pack members. I do love my Aussie Pack members, and I got something very special coming for my Aussie Pack members. So, and Tim, you're one of them. So, I am in the leagues to ship. I don't know when it's coming, but I had ordered a box of Australian goodies, and it has everything in it that I need to try, and I'm gonna do it as a new try test, and it's all Australian goodies like Tim Tams in there and Vegemite is in there. So this is gonna be a shout out to my Aussie Pack members when I do that, and so when it comes, Please get them. Be please just be respectful. I'm gonna be respectful when it comes to things like that. So that's gonna be fun. Have you heard Bruno Mars' new record with Silk Sonic? Good shit. Sounds like something from the 70s. No, I haven't. I'll check it out. I do like Bruno Mars, so I will check it out. Next up, the actions. I remember you saying Irish accents were in your top three of your favorite accents. What are your thoughts on Jacksepticeye? I love Jack. Jack is cool. Jack is cool. I'm a big fan of his work. He's funny to me. You know, he's up there with guys like Dashi and Corey Kenshin and Larry. I mean, not yeah, Lamar Wilson. I like Jack something. He's cool. He's good people. Some of my favorite vids with him is probably when I'll go back to some of his older videos when he was playing through Resident Evil 7. Cracks me up every time I watch that. So yeah. The Mandalorian 37. Hey everybody, what is good, bro? As always, Kumba. What would what would be what would the Teen Titans think of the Young Avengers or vice versa? cool. Depends on which team we're talking about, the originals or not. Hey Chris, what did you think of the this is from Mandalorian? What did you think of the Moon Knight teaser? I'm very excited for it, and how awesome it is this new Dark Hawk run. Um, for the Moon Knight, I will save my thought discussion because I am working on a discussion about it. It's not really big, but what I saw was nice. It was nice to see. It's good to see Mark. I will say, who's playing him? Oscar Isaiah. I'm forgetting his name. He was not my choice. He was not my pitiful choice for Mark Spector, but I'll see where he goes. As for the Dark Hawk run, I read the first issue. I like it, but I stopped because I'm gonna just get it in trade now. So I'm definitely, but I'm a Dark Hawk fan, so and I will. It is kind of bad that Chris is no longer the wielder, but Chris did what he had to do to save the world. It's the mark of a hero. Um, Next up, Kumba, Kumba, in all capitals, Kumba. Hey man, I got all food questions. I am a foodie. All food questions for you. What's your favorite seafood? That's a tough one. I do love seafood. Seafood. Um, I would probably go with the tie between lobster. Yeah, I like lobster and shrimp. I love shrimp. All kinds of different shrimp. Honey walnut shrimp. Like there's a place I'm sure you guys probably heard of. Uh, uh, what the hell? Oh my God, what's the name of this? Oh man, I'm forgetting. Panda Express. There we go. I'm sure people y'all probably heard of Panda Express. I know it started out in California, but Panda Express has something called honey walnut chicken and I mean shrimp, and I love it. The only problem is it costs extra to get more. I love that. That's great. Your next question is Five Guys or Burger King? Five Guys all the way. Five Guys all the way. I go Five Guys all the way. I'm not that keen on Burger King. I'm not, Burger King is cool, but if you're gonna if you're gonna tell me Five Guys over Burger King, I'm going Five Guys. If it was you said Wendy's over Burger King, Wendy's all the way. I'm not that keen on Burger King. If I see it and I want something kind of to subside my hunger, I'll get something. But if it's a choice, if I see Five Guys and Burger King right like side by side, I'm going to Five Guys all the way. Um, Next up, you asked me steak or bison steak. Actually, I love bison because it has a more of a sweeter tone to it. Even when I make my like burgers, I'll get ground bison meat over just 50-50 beef. I like bison. Bison is good. It's a little more healthier too. Favorite Indian food. I don't eat Indian food like that, but I do have a favorite Indian dish. Butter chicken tiramisu. I love that. That's my stuff right there. And favorite pizza franchise. Favorite pizza franchise is easy for me. I will always put Pizza Hut first over everybody else. And the fact is, and I love it so much is that because the fact that I don't get to eat it as much, so it always stays high. When I was younger, when I would have little league games and we win the game, my coach would take us to Pizza Hut. Take us to Pizza Hut, and um, in the next town over, I'm in Mount Vernon. The next town over, New Rochelle, had Pizza Hut, and we call it New Rock. New Rock, and the Pizza Hut there it's gone now, but we used to go there all the time. So yeah, we used to go anytime there was a victory, birthday parties. Hell, there was one time me and my brother, we went there, just me and him, and we just pigged out. And people were looking at us like, "You gonna eat all this?" And we're like, "I paid for it. Keep it coming." Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but thank you for the food questions. I do love food as much as I can. Darius Brown the third. Uh, thoughts on the latest releases by WWE? Um, it sucks. Nobody. I don't want to see anybody lose their job. And once again, they're calling it because John Laurinaitis basically saying it's budget cuts. Budget cuts my ass. Ain't nothing. Only reason is no reason. There was no reason to cut these people. Well, even they weren't using some of them, but the sheer amount of cuts releases by this company is ridiculous, and they're now starting to eat everything because they were trying to lock these people down so they didn't go to other promotions. It's coming to bite them in the ass. But some of them are just stupid. Giving up Keith Lee and Mia Yim and all them was the most stupidest thing they could have done. And it might bite them in the ass in the end. So yeah, it's just stupid. You know, they don't respect the employees, the performers. They so stupid. Vince just has too many fucking yes men behind him. And you can see now they're just clearly taking Triple H out of everything. And it's so sad to see his vision now being just tossed aside. It's bullshit. Your next question there is, have I played the latest Guardian of the Galaxy game? No, I haven't. But I wasn't going to play it because I don't just want to play with Star-Lord. You know, I wanted to play with Drax. I wanted to play with Gamora. But after a while, I saw some gameplay and seeing the characters they have in it, Adam Warlock, Thing Thing, Boom, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll check it out. I'll give it a try. Next up, K. Shihan. Thoughts on Ridley Scott talking. Oh boy. All right. I was hoping nobody asked this question. Yeah, now Ridley Scott is another one of those old guard knuckleheads now talking trash about, the superhero movies and everything like that. And it just once again reiterates everything guys like Biggie Small said. The more popularity, the more money you make, the more problems you're going to have. And jealousy and envy is going to come with the territory, and it's all negative energy. I believe him, and I don't think it was Martin Scorsese. I don't know. I don't think it was him, but uh, Steven Spielberg's in that category too. And it's just like, you know what? Who cares? Who fucking cares? I don't care. I really don't care what the man has to say. Because to me, when they start talking trash about these comic movies and everything like that, I don't see them doing that with other works of literature that turn to movies like Hunger Game and Harry Potter and all that stuff. But when it comes to this, they want to run their mouths and talk trash. But to me, once again, like I've said, Kay, it's just like I said. When you start talking that trash, is you are spitting in the face of guys like Jack Kirby and Stan Lee and every man and woman who have worked in this industry and put their hard-earned time into bringing these characters of fiction to life, giving people hope and love and care. And to me, those people who talk trash about these, you're shitting on their work. You're disrespecting them. It's like spitting on Jack Kirby's grave. And for that, I got a sign language for Ridley Scott. Here it is right here. There's to you right there. Go fuck yourself with that. Okay? You don't care what you did. Aliens, okay. You did Thelma and Louise. You did, you did, well, you did Legend. I love that movie. And there's a lot of movies I love from Ridley Scott. But to hear his bullshit right now, it's like I wish I was a reporter. I could just write an article. Another old man running, getting, just being bitter and butthurt that maybe because his movie ain't doing so well. And then you hear that crap that he said about why his latest movie, The Last Duel, did underperformance. It's like, good God, I still wanted to see the movie. It was a movie, Knight's Errand movie, but still, it's like, good God, shut up. Like, good God. And like I said, I don't know if Martin Scorsese said some stuff too, but to me, it's like, dude, you need to be quiet too, because you couldn't go a month or 2 months or 2 years without doing another goddamn mob movie. Shut up. Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. Like that I take that stuff personally with me. Um, what are your thoughts? What would Justice League think about Power Pack and vice versa? Same thing. They'd be cool with it. It'd be cool. It's just Justice League would be like Power Pack. They're young, but still a little. Come on, Kuma. It's the same questions over and over, dude. You gotta give me something other than that. Give me something other, something more. Not what is this? What's that? Come on, man. You gotta bring it. Give me something more. It's almost the same old with you, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to put you out like that, but it's the same old, same old. Give me something more, please. Next up, Damian Reed. Thoughts on Young Justice season so far? Um, I'm interested in it. You know, especially the last episode was really good. I really enjoyed that how they adapted um uh the uh oh Jesus, I'm trying to oh my God, I can't remember. Oh wait, hold on. Uh let me I'm trying to remember this. All right, hold on. Now the Killing Joke. I like how they adapted that. We got to see how Barbara got paralyzed in this universe, and it had nothing. Joker was in it, but Joker didn't do it. Joker didn't shoot her. It was Cassandra. It's Cassandra Cain. She stopped Cassandra Cain from killing the Joker, and I love how she said it. I didn't. I stopped. I stopped to help you, and I was like, "Ooh, that was good." I don't think Superboy is dead. I don't, and it's kind of funny because I'm looking at you got a Superboy. I don't think he's dead. McGann is just really hurt, you know. And they introduced Onyx into the series. That I was shocked at that. I was like, "Whoa, Onyx, cool." But yeah, I'm liking it so far. So far, so good. Indeed, so far, so good. Uh, did you watch the season premiere of The Flash? He fought Despero. I did not, but I know yeah, Despero was going to be the first. That's what I guess, this whole 5-part thing is called, Armageddon. I didn't watch it yet. I DVR'd it. I didn't watch it. Was it good? Let's see. Next up, Kay Sheehan again asks his favorite go-to snack. Favorite go-to snack. Beef jerky. Yeah, beef jerky. Beef jerky is definitely up there as one for sure. Like I will devour beef jerky real quick. You know, doesn't matter which. Mostly I'll stick with Jack Links or Dukes. I like Dukes is good. And sometimes even like when I'm at like Target, they'll have like their own brand called I forgot what it's called, but they got their brand is really good. Their especially their beef teriyaki. Oh, I love that. That's good. But yeah, I do love beef jerky is definitely one of them, and I'm starting to really get into in terms of a go-to snack. Um, I'm getting in loving Zapp's New Orleans kettle style voodoo. Thank you, New Orleans, for making these. I'm loving. I will find this whenever I see that. I'll get it. I love that. That's one of my favorite too. So yeah. Caroline, hey Chris, boy, are there are things to talk about? Yeah, I guess there are. Galactus Girl, what is your favorite Thanksgiving food? Um, One would probably be, well, especially with my family, would definitely be sweet potato casserole that have like marshmallows on top. Good stuff. Um, what game do you have a love-hate relationship with? I have two: Monopoly and Trivial Pursuit. I don't really like board games like that. I really don't have a love-hate relationship. I like board games. Love Monopoly. That's my joint. I love Monopoly. You know, when I was a kid, I used to play like Shoots and Ladders, Hungry Hippos, you know, things like that. If I would say a hate or a love hate, it's probably chess because I don't know how to play chess. You know, I don't know how to play chess at all. Checkers, yes. Chess, no. Um, K Sheehan again. That's an Irish name. The Sheehan's that's an Irish name. Sheehan. You Irish, K? Um, how did how did you how did you like Harder They Fall? Oh yeah, I loved it. It was great. You know, my dad watched it too. He liked it. Um, you know, I love the theme. My guns go bang. I would play it, but I don't want to get a copyright strike on that. Um, it's a good movie. It's a really good movie about Black Western legends. They took a lot of liberties with it. I'm gonna do a review on it. You know, they took a lot of liberties with these characters because none of these characters in this movie ever met each other, and a lot of them were younger. For example, Israel Elba's character, Rufus Buck, if you read up on him, he was young. He was like 16, 17. He was executed when he was 18, but he was ruthless. And he was half black, half Native American. I think his father was part of the Creek tribe, but his mom was black, and his gang of outlaws were all like mixed breeds, like him. You know, Cherokee Bill was the same way, played by Lakeith Stanfield. You know, you had Bass Reeves in there, famous lawman from the West, famous Marshal, U.S. Marshal, famous. He was a legend. You know, and these are characters that don't get enough credit. You know, when people talk about Western legends, they always bring up the outlaws, and that's true, yeah. And when you talk about the lawmen, yeah, they always bring up Wyatt Earp, but but there are a lot of stories from the West that involve black cowboys. One out of three cowboys were black, was a person of color, and we don't get to see that as much. And somebody who looks like me, you want to see that. It's like, whoa, like. And when I first started finally getting into westerns and hearing about Bash Reeves, this is the man who inspired the Lone Ranger. This guy, Bash Reeves, had over 3,000 arrests, 3,000 known arrests from outlaws and things like that. But you know how many people he killed? This just shows how good he was. Only 14 of those arrests were by death by self-defense. He was well respected by the Native American tribes in the area that he occupied. He knew their language. He was respectful of them. They knew him. Zazie Beetz' character plays Stagecoach Mary. If y'all don't know about Stagecoach Mary, y'all better do your research and realize who she is and who she was. There was Bill Pickett. Come on, if y'all don't know Bill Pickett, this guy's a rodeo legend. He's in the Rodeo Hall of Fame, and I believe there's a statue of him in Fort Worth, Texas. You know, all these characters I just mentioned were in it. It was a great movie. It was fun, and we haven't seen a western like that. Since that was pretty much a predominantly all black cast since Posse. Mario Van Peebles movie Posse back in the early 90s. Posse set the foundation for this. So I give a lot of credit to the producers. One of the producers was Jay-Z himself. It's a good movie. It's on Netflix. Go check it out. Uh, and Regina King, oh my God, she was great in that movie. And Jonathan Majors, who's gonna play Kang, played the legendary Nat Love. It's a good movie. It's fun. Um, so yeah, I enjoyed it, Kay. It was fun. Uh, Caroline, guess what I watched? Master of the Universe Part 2 today. Good. I haven't watched yet. I'm looking forward to. I won't spoil anything. Who hasn't watched it? Yeah, please don't. Lorenzo Smalls, you're killing me, Smalls. No, I'm just messing with you. Did you see the fan film trailer called Spider-Man Lotus? I did. I actually reacted to it. It was really good. It's coming. It's a fan film coming. And the creator of it actually commented on my reaction, saying thank you for the support. It was well done. I'm like, wow, like the person he got for Gwen, look, classic Gwen Stacy. His Mary Jane looks great. Even him who's playing Peter Parker looks great. It looks like it's a mixture of certain things. I think basically from what I can tell from the trailer, it's taken place somewhere after Gwen died, because um and Peter is struggling with should he go on as Spider-Man, and a kid. I don't know if he's like a kid who's got a illness that's killing him, but he goes to visit this kid, and it was like, oh man, this that actually made me tear up because I put myself in that kid's shoes. I was like, oh, that was me. But yeah, I saw that, dude. That was real good. Did you hear about the X-Men 97? Uh, I did, of course. I mean, that was not I'm before I started, I was actually finishing my discussion on that. That's a video I was just editing right now, so I will talk about that. Can't wait, Chris. Oh, everybody. Oh, nice. Jack's awesome. One of my favorite game play is one in he does Bully. Oh, I had Bully was a good game. That was a fun game. Jimmy Hopkins and all of that was fun. Um, you know, it's funny because I've never knew anybody that went to a boarding school. Never knew people who went there. Like I always found that weird. I went to public school, and I enjoyed public school. It helped me a lot. But I never seen anybody. I never. What would I always felt when somebody gets sent to boarding school or something like that? I was always like, what makes a parent say, "All right, you going to board? We're going to send you away to school," things like that. It just seems kind of that's more like rich folk type people or something like that. I just like that. Caroline, how are you hoping Spider-Man No Way Out will end? I have no clue how it ends. I just hope that MCU Peter does not lose somebody. Cause I shouldn't even say hope not, because that becomes a part of his character. He loses somebody, it makes him stronger, it makes him better. But I don't know. Did you think we'll see Madam Web in MCU or in the Spider Verse? Probably Spider Verse. Probably. Uh, Tim, you asked me, have we have some U.S. food chains here, but sadly, Five Guys isn't one of them. We have Carl Junior's and Taco Bell nerds. I don't say Taco Bell's if you're from in Mexico, because Taco Bell went down to Mexico. They tried to set up shop in Mexico. They got kicked out. Um, I don't look at Taco Bell's as Mexican food, but I do like it. I will always, if I see a Taco Bell's, I will try to. I hope they always have a cheesy gordita. I'll get that real quick. I'm gonna give you that. I've never been to Carl Junior's. I've seen it, but I don't think there's no Carl Junior's here in New York. I know there's one in Jersey. Excuse me. You start going south, or maybe out. West, yeah, but not here. And I think further up north, like New England and stuff. But yeah, um, we got hey Chris, happy Thanksgiving. Now go kick a pilgrim's ass. You see, yeah, everybody. What's up, Ty? Mr. Multi is here. Um, I hope to have on my plate this Thanksgiving is turkey, mashed potatoes, corn, yams, and a roll. That's good. That sounds good. All right. Hunter Banks, everybody. Hey, hi, Chris. I can't stay long since I'm on break at work, but I hope you're doing well and happy Thanksgiving. Hey, thank you, Hunter. I appreciate that, man. You do the same. Hey, Chris. Hey, Perry. What's good? Uh, show. No, show that. I want to hear that. Don't be hiding that. Please show that. Please don't. No message is held. No, it ain't held. Or no, I want to read that. Um, Rakai, Ridley Scott can go blow it out of his ass. He's been bitter since James Cameron did a better Alien movie than he did. Now he won't let someone play in his sandbox since like I don't know what it is. Like I said, man, like to all them old guard directors that now want to trash on the superhero movies and stuff like that, talking about they're not real movies, they don't act in it, all it everything is always there's more CGI than and it's like you crying about nothing. Like it's just ridiculous. I can't with it. I can't with that stuff. Like if I and if I let Hurricane out, if Hurricane saw one of them, he probably punched one of them in the mouth. Like ridiculous. Any plans to play the remastered GTA trilogy? I saw it. It would be interesting to go back and playing GTA 3 where a lot of people jumped on GTA. I knew GTA before that. I remember when Grand Theft Auto was the helicopter overhead view. The little guy was like the guy you barely see over his head. He was just a little ball, and he run like this, jump in the car, da, 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 until 3 came out and everything changed. Where it became like a third person. But yeah, I a third one, and and Vice City was great. Ray Liotta. You can see the influence of that game was all over from Miami Vice to Scarface, things like that. Um, and then of course you had San Andreas, which was just talked about so much too. Like you had so many Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, all these different great movies that you know. Um, oh my God, how am I forgetting his name? I'm gonna kick myself if I forget this dude's name. I'm bugging out on names right now. John Singleton. That's what I'm trying to remember his name. Yeah, John. All the it was good. And you got to see like images of people from other games in San Andreas. It was a fun game. Would I play it again? Yeah, but I don't know. I looked at them like they smoothed it out a little bit because I saw Dashy play it and it was. I'm like, oh, okay. And I still love Vice City's opening. Just before it gets into the whole game. That music just straight 80s. It's like, oh, love that. Probably will. You know. Where am I? Okay. Uh, multi. So we're getting a Mass Effect TV show on Amazon. What the? When Nick? What the fuck did I didn't see that? Whoa. Um. What? Hold on. What? Amazon. Oh, wait. Holy. Deadline. The Wheel of Time makes strong debut as a video prime doubles down on genre with it. What? A Mass Effect. Wow. A Mass Effect series. That's going to be tough because, there's not much that needs to be done, you know, that we didn't see in that game, that trilogy, or if you want to consider the fourth one too. But, you know, uh, Mass Effect's one of my favorite gaming franchises, man. I love those characters. Those characters, you fell in love with those characters. Every last one of them. There was someone for everybody. So if they can come even close to capturing that same kind of essence that they did with the first one, that did with the games, okay. Caroline, what characters are you hoping to see in Into the Spider Verse 2? Well, definitely Miguel. Um, uh, Probably uh, Ayana Corazon, Spider Girl. I would love to see that. Um, those are a couple. Tim, what are your thoughts on Jennifer Hudson being casted as the late great Aretha Franklin in Respect? I brought the Blu-ray a couple of days ago. Been dying to watch it. She's perfect for the role. You know, my only issue with my only issue with like awards and stuff now that's been coming out is these award shows are more focused on these bio movies and the actors' performances. But then you got actors who are killing it. I think this guy, Malcolm, was talking to me about it too, and I watched a little bit of what this guy was, and he was making perfect sense. He's like, all these latest award winners are coming from these bio movies. And I'm not saying that bio movies are not bad, but you look at someone like Natalie Portman, who won the Oscar for Black Swan. That wasn't based off of a live person. She just gave a hell of a performance. And I saw that. My God, she was good. And I was like, damn. But I can understand it. But in doing so, yeah, Jenna Hudson was perfect for the role. Um, Aretha Franklin is a legend. She deserves her respect. Um, of what she contributed to the music industry. Indeed. But I'm not saying that I wouldn't go watch any bio movies. Like I'm still looking for a Stan Lee bio movie, a Jack Kirby bio movie. I'm still looking for that. Have you seen the new Bill and Ted movie? Yes, I have. That was fun. Uh, Caroline, I have a go-to snacks called peanut butter cracker. Oh, that's nice. Don't just mess with you. All right, then. Did you watch the anime Buggy Stray Dogs? I saw one episode. I know that. My family has the exact same sweet potato casserole. Yeah, it's good stuff. Chess, I can understand that. Speaking of go-to snacks, mine is Snickers. We have an advertising for it. You check it out on YouTube. You're not you when you're hungry. Oh yeah, that yeah, you're not you. I love that. Hey, eat a Snicker. Yeah, those are funny commercials. Those are funny. Hey Chris, could any of the Mirage turtles take and beat Punisher in a one-on-one fight? Uh, who would have the best chance of beating Frank? Leonardo. Raph would get too angry and flip out. Maybe Donnie. Mikey would be a little too. I think Mikey could probably take him too. But if you're talking about them all together, oh yeah, they'll kill Frank. They'll they'll kill Frank. Um, all of them, no, they kill him. What's your thoughts on WB Smash clone multiverse? I like it. They did one with Nickelodeon characters, and flattery is the imitation is just the form of flattery. Why not do a Warner Brothers version of that? That's cool. Why not do a Nickelodeon version? I hope they bring out more characters, but yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it. Um, did you like? Michael Jai White. Did you think Michael Jai White would be a good antagonist in a Rush Hour movie? If I mean, it would have to. I like seeing Michael Jai White as a hero. I'm not too fond of him playing the villain. I mean, he's played some villains. He was the villain in. He was one of the. I remember him in Universal Soldiers too. He was kind of creepy in that. He came off kind of creepy, just the way he did all that slow talking. He kind of slow. He lowered the tempo of his voice, and it was creepy. Um, he's Seth. Yeah, Seth. That was his name. Give me the code, Luke. You can't win. Like I'm like, okay, that's kind of creepy. Stop. But yeah, if they did, I could see that. He's gonna be in the next movie with Bruce Campbell coming out soon. I'm definitely gonna watch that. Uh, Travis, did you see fan attack Seth Rollins? I did. Malcolm showed me that not too long. I was yesterday. I was like, when does this happen? He said it happened on Raw. I was like, what? Crazy. How excited are you for the Buzz Lightyear movie? I'm interested in this. When I did a reaction to it, I thought it was fun. I'm like, okay, it makes me hoping that we do get to see maybe the characters from the Buzz Lightyear cartoon in it as well. I'm not saying that all the characters from Toy Story should get this kind of treatment, but it's fun that Buzz is getting that, and I like Chris Evans playing that voice. I'm like, yeah, Tim Allen, no problem, but I can see where they're going with this. Chris Evans' voice. Would I love to see maybe Woody and Daisy and all of them get a similar something like this? Maybe, but it's fine. Fandoms just got too far. Fandoms just go too far, don't they? Sometimes, yeah, they do. That is one thing about the geek community that I don't like. The darker side, like the fandoms sometimes are just toxic, and it's even now, like after the Disney Plus stuff, you got all these fans coming out, people like, oh, Disney, why you don't give us more trailers and blah blah blah. It's like, good God, you sound like spoiled children. Like you didn't get your way, so you want to throw a temper tantrum. Stop. It's ridiculous. I'm sure, pretty sure, I sure am to infinity and beyond. Yeah. Have you watched Arcane on Netflix? No, I have not. I probably should. I watch it because isn't that based off like League of Legends or something like that? I've never played that game, so would I be going if I watch it? Should I know these characters? Because that's always my issue with stuff like this. Um, so tell me, Bully really is one of the greats. I come back to it every now and again. Rockstar needs to pick up the slack and put out another one. Yeah, everybody talks about that. Everybody talks about maybe doing another Bully. Maybe not with Jimmy, but maybe maybe I don't know. Jimmy. You know, it was fun. But like I said, got your. I thought it was funny because the school had its own cliques. You had the jocks over here. You had the rich kids over here. You had the greasers. And then you had the nerds. They were stereotypes, but yeah, I'm a nerd. I don't look anything like Peasy and all of them. Like, yeah, one that needed you to take him to the bathroom. Because he pissed on himself. It was stuff like that was funny. Or, I love the Jimmy got I forgot the big girl's name. Hi, Jimmy. And they start, jeez. It's like, but I love the game because what I did love about the game is they didn't give you too much freedom. What I mean by that was Jimmy couldn't stay out past 12, or he'll just pass right out. I thought that was funny. Because somebody was telling me when I first got the game, and I loaded up the game, I was playing it for a while, and then one of my friends was like, "Well, you can't stay out too late because he's a kid. Remember, and if he stays out, he'll pass right out." And I'm like, "Yeah, right." So I was like, "All right, let me stay out." Actually, came to 12 a.m. 2 a.m. in the morning. I was like, what? He actually, and he wakes up. I thought that was funny. Um, yeah. Favorite, favorite, favorite. Excuse me. Yeah. Favorite Thanksgiving dessert. Well, I might. Well, you got to also. Most of my family is from the South. My family's from the South. Um, so my aunt learned cooking from her mom, my grandmother, who's from South Carolina. And sweet potato pie is definitely on the table. I love me some sweet potato pie. Um, so we do get sweet potato pie all the time, and I'm like, yeah, give me sweet potato pie. I'm all about sweet potato pie. I'm not a big pumpkin pie fan. Um, I like my apple, but if I was to choose between apple or sweet potato, it's sweet potato. But I'm a key lime pie fan too, so yeah, that's my favorite pie. But my aunt don't make that, so that's that. And I'll make a big lasagna, for everybody. Yeah, your boy can throw down in the kitchen, bro. Yeah, come, I'll cook for you real quick. Travis, my most favorite chase scene is from Juice. Oh yeah, Juice. That was a good chase scene. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Juice. I love Juice. I love that movie. That's a movie I always recommend people. You want to see how good of an actor Pac was when he was just starting. There you go. Watch that. Him as Bishop and that. He was real good. You got young Omar Epps. It was a good movie about friendship and then just how one incident could just change everything. It even had Samuel Jackson in that. He's in that. Yeah. Back in the early 90s, 80s, Sam was everywhere. That's why he's called he's I don't know if he's still called now, but the hardest working man in Hollywood. This man would show up, do cameos or just bit roles, and you'd be like, damn, he's doing everything. That's why I got a lot of respect for Sam Jackson. Favorite two this is from JPX Art. Favorite yeah, can't talk. Favorite 2003 Turtles episode. Ooh. Oh, that's tough. Because that series was just great all around until they started getting in the later seasons. I didn't care too much for. I didn't like uh, fast forward. I hated that. I hated that. I hated that show. I hate fast forward. But in terms of um, favorite, the first episode is one of my favorites. I watched that over. I watched that over and over and over. Thanks for answering my questions. I've been writing up a Mirage Turtle storyline on the Sea Bud forum, and I'm building the turtles up so they can fight Marvel characters. The They beat KOF fighters now. Oh, okay, cool. King of Fighters. Travis, what are you? And you're welcome. Uh, what are what are what are thought? What are your thoughts about Muzan from Demon Slayer? I just started watching Demon Slayer, so can't really get too much. I just watched the first episode. I liked it. You gonna watch any Thanksgiving specials? Uh, I usually, they are bringing back the Macy's Day Parade, and I will watch that a little bit of that. But you know, outside of that, not really. Nothing really. Most of the time in the family, we're watching football games or something like that. Especially football is like crazy. Play that. Ever heard of fry bread, Chris? Yes, I have. I heard of fry bread. I think Wrigley Scott's still upset about brother brother Tony. What happened to Tony Scott? I had a toy of Buzz Lightyear. You can't imagine my excitement when I opened the president. I was 10 years old. I was Lightyear to the rescue. Not just Bully, but another GTA, maybe something else. Yeah, I mean they keep talking about. A lot of people are saying the only reason they brought out this remastered of the last trilogy is because people can stop. So people stop, trying to get some buzz on GTA 6. You know, GTA 5 is I think now the most highest sold in the franchise now. You know, I like the idea of playing with three characters. That was really cool. I wouldn't mind if they did that again. I know I've heard that the next game the main character may be female. That'd be interesting. That'd be a first. We never had a female character to play with. Um, but I would love to see them go into a city that they never done before. When you look at the different cities, Vice City's just Miami. Liberty City is just home, New York. um, San Andreas is California, San Fernando is San Francisco, different, but we've never, I mean, they did GTA 1969, which took place in 1969 London. I've always wanted to maybe see a GTA that took place outside of the States, about in another country. Do that again. I don't know. Be kind of cool. And somebody just dropped a fiver on the chat, and I don't know who did it, but I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. Let's see. Uh, what bully or mean girl character do you think was the best redemption story? Uh, uh bully. I would say Flash Thompson. Flash Thompson was the bully. He was a bully. Flash Thompson had a really good redemption story. From him being a bully to him and Peter becoming great friends, him going into military and things like that. He had such a character development. It was great. I loved what Marvel when they were using Flash and he became Agent Venom. That was great. And then he died. It's just like, oh, quit it making me hungry. Sorry. Um, is that plushie of Taz in the background? Yeah, that's Taz. Yeah, that's I love Taz. Right there. There you go. Taz is one of my favorite Looney Tunes. I love Tasmanian Devil. No, sorry. Come to Tasmania. Yeah, I love this show too. I love this cartoon with his family, Tasmania. If you don't know where Tasmania is, ask Tim. He'll tell you. It's that little island right underneath Australia. That little right there, the island of Tasmania, which real Tasmanian devils do live. Uh, what's sad about All Dogs Go to Heaven? Most all cast have passed away. You're right. Oh, I did not even think. I haven't seen All Dogs Go to Heaven in a while. Uh, thank you, Elian. Thank you, Eli. In. Thank you. I appreciate the fiver. I appreciate that. Got to shout you out for that. Um, yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen All Dogs Go to Heaven in a long time. But I don't really like the second one. I like the first one more because that was the one that came out in theaters. I actually like that one. Uh, I love I love when well that was Universal. They were putting out those original anime like 50 Goes West, American Tail. I love 50 Goes West. I remember going to see that. You know, Jimmy Stewart was in that. In 50 Goes West, he played uh, the sheriff. Uh, I forgot the name of the dog name, but yeah, he was the sheriff. Jimmy Stewart. Christmas coming up, my favorite time of the month, and uh, uh, you know, the It's a Wonderful Life, definitely a movie that I always recommend people to watch. That is a good movie. I love that movie. Yeah, don't knock black and white movies. I'm telling you, don't knock them. Have you watched the Rocky versus Drago yet? I saw it, and a completely different movie from the original. I've seen pieces of it. Haven't watched it all, but just seeing what Stallone wanted to do with it, and I'm definitely gonna check that out because I love Rocky Four. I like Rocky Four. I remember watching a making of it, and he talked about Stallone. Even said he's sad that he killed Apollo off. He didn't want to kill Apollo off. There was a point where he talked about Apollo was so he one draft was, I believe he said it was like Apollo was just supposed to get paralyzed or so, but then the person that was with him in the room when he was reviewing it said if Apollo didn't die, then we would have never got Creed and all that other stuff. And he's like, yeah, but still, he was really upset about killing off Apollo, you know. And I still to this day I look at Rocky Four and I'm like, I'm still trying to figure out how Drago didn't get arrested, but then then me and Malcolm were just like, well, it was a it was a fighting, it was a competition. He died in the ring, but I mean, but still, it's just like, are you listening to how Drago's talking? I'm superior champion. If he dies, he dies. It's like he has no remorse for what he just did. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, you know, I just recently watched the First Blood in a long time over again. I watched First Blood, Rambo, the first Rambo movie, and I still feel the same way that I felt about when I first watched it. That whole town deserved what they got. And it's like they deserved it. I'm not even I still to this day have no remorse for what Rambo did to them small town cops. You know, you're stupid. I still feel the same way. Um, what do you think? Okay, this is from once again, like I said, Eli N. Thank you for dropping the fiver. You said, what do you think about Moon Knight? I like the actor's different accent personality. I've been a fan of Moon Knight since I was reading comics. I like the concept that he is the avatar to the Egyptian god of the moon and vengeance. They did something, when they started to really, he had different personalities, the Mark Spector, which really is, and then you have Jake Lockley, which was the rich tycoon. And in that point, that's where he would see evil from the corporate side of things. Then you had, no, wait, Stephen Grant is the rich. Jake Lockley is the cabbie where he would see evil from the streets. And I thought that was really cool. And no way, and I get tired of people saying that Moon Knight and Batman are the same. No, they are not. Stop saying that. They don't have anything in common with each other. Outside of vengeance, but no, they're not the same. They're not the same. You would be correct, mate. Yeah. Uh, Speaking of the Tazzy Devil, remember Tazo? I used to collect those back in primary school days. Oh, okay. Uh, 2K Kid, what's up, Brandon? Uh, what up, Chris? I wanted to drop by and say happy Thanksgiving to you and the family. What do you want to see in the multiverse games? Thank you, bro. Thank you, my bro. The multiverse game. You know, I hope we see some Mortal Kombat characters. Scorpion and Sub Zero would be fine with me. I know some people saying they hope to see like Neo in there or John Wick or something like that. It should be fun. Like I said, if I'm so far the only DC characters they have are Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. I throw in a couple more DC characters, but don't go in abundance of them. Uh, it should be fun. It really should. Definitely Mortal Kombat for sure. Perry, I hope to see other Looney Tunes in the multiverse. Yeah, pretty much. Uh, his you know Has the actor been picked for Craven yet? Chat. Yeah, they Sony basically said they're gonna do a Craven movie. I stupid. Um, and it's gonna be the same actor that played Quicksilver in Avengers. He's gonna be Sergei Kravinoff. I don't like it. I don't really care. What are your thoughts? This is JPX. What are your thoughts on Project L and DNF dual? Wait, they totally. I what on what? I'm not sure what that is. Uh, especially other DC characters. Okay. Okay. What's your thoughts on old school ECW? That's what I grew up on. That's what I grew up on. Up here in New York, the old school ECW used to come on Madison Square Garden channel. I'm sure everybody heard of Madison Square Garden, one of the most famous arenas. Um, MSG used to come on 2 a.m. in the morning on Fridays. That's where I fell in love with Rob Van Dam and my man Taz, the human suplex machine. You can catch Taz now on AEW, and he's got his son Hook with him and things like that. That's why I fell in love with Taz. Because Taz spoke to me as a short guy. It spoke to me like I could do that. I even saw Rey Mysterio from there and Eddie Guerrero, people like that. But yeah, Rob Van Dam, you know, I was okay with, didn't care too much for the Sandman. Tommy Dreamer, I will always have respect for Tommy Dreamer to some degree. He said some stupid stuff as of late, but he's from YO, he's from Yonkers, which is right from next town over from me. But yeah, I always loved ECW. Um, Tim, did you ever have a Looney Tunes toy or mug? I had a Bugs Bunny toy and a Yosemite Sam mug. Um, I got a lot of those mugs when I would go to Six Flags Great Adventures down in Jersey, and we come back with mugs. Not too many toys, but a lot of mugs. I had a lot of T-shirts with Looney Tunes on it back in the day, especially in the '90s. They would have like Bugs, Daffy, and Taz dressed up as like different sports teams, like different here, like the Chicago Bulls and New York Knicks or something like that. Classic stuff. It's good stuff. Um, my favorite Looney Tune has always been Daffy. I love Daffy more than I love Bugs. Um, I don't think Daffy gets enough credit that what he is. You know, Bugs. You got to remember also back in the day, Bugs when he first came out, he was crazy. He was wacky, nuts. Before Mel Blanc came along and just re-changed that character, the man of a thousand voices. I mean, and then he made Bugs more with a more of a New York accent. Like Bugs was, he always used to say Bugs Bunny was a mixture between he had a Bronx accent, a Brooklyn accent, and combined. So, but yeah, I'm Daffy's my man. I love Daffy. It's kind of the same thing with like the classic Disney characters. I love Donald Duck more than I love Mickey Mouse. You know, I I just there's just something about Mickey that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, you're not funny. You're kind of creepy. Donald, that was my dude. Donald's my dude. You oh, sorry. Well, as long as Quicksilver looks older, I don't know what they're gonna do with it. I don't like it because it's like, what are you gonna do with it? Because are you're not gonna do him in Spider-Man. You're not. Are we gonna just tell the story of Craven? Because I mean, he's old. He is older than he looks. It's just weird. I just now watched the Spider-Man Lotus trailer. Boy, it did kick me in the feels. Yeah, it's a good trailer. I love that. I can't wait till that short film comes out next year. Uh, I work in restaurant customer service. I worked in restaurants. Customers are most annoying all the time. What if the last Starfire? Oh my God, I haven't seen the last Starfire in years. If that got a reboot, I would be kind of for it because I haven't seen. I think, I think that's a movie that has been long forgotten. So I wouldn't mind a reboot of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too big on reboots or but if it's a franchise that is not really in people's minds, okay. It's like it's like for example, I just recently watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I love that movie. Love Train. And I was just like, oh my God, John Candy, rest in peace. And then Jen, I forgot that I was like, weren't they remaking this movie with Will Smith and Kevin Hart? And I'm like, I know I know they want to do a movie together because they're two Philly boys. I get it, but they always said it has to be the right timing and things like that, and that's great. But to me, there's no need to remake a masterpiece like that. Same thing I feel about Lost Boys. I'm like, there's no need for that. Stuff like that. There's no need for that. It's like Steven Spielberg saying, okay, we're gonna remake E.T. We're gonna make E.T. look really different, like scary. I was kind of creeped out by him. Not scared of him. I was kind of creeped out, especially when he elongated his neck and made that weird noise. That used to creep me out. But you feel me? That's what I mean. Um, Next, let's see. Would Black Widow team up with Solid Snake? Absolutely, that'd be great. I'd love that. That'd be cool. Talking characters of Walt Disney, kind of Goofy's my dude. I can't even imitate his level. I can do that. Gorsh. Uh, I can do it. That's funny. Yeah, I like Goofy too. He comes next after Donald. I'm just saying, I don't hate Mickey. It's just like just something. When I first saw Mickey, just something about him creeped me out. Just oh, Mickey Mouse. I'm like oh, what's wrong with this mouse? Like you know, and Mickey ain't and Minnie ain't no better either. Like stuff. Um, I just and one thing I love about Donald ain't afraid to throw hands. He throw hands with somebody real quick. He go in that quack attack mode. Like, all right, like it's just like in like one of my favorite parts in Who Framed Roger Rabbit when him and him and Daffy are together, and you know Daffy says it's the last time I work with somebody with a speech impediment, and oh yeah, he just grabbed and threw him. And what happened later on? He's got this crazy Donald come up with a fucking cannon. Like it's crazy at times, but it's still funny to me. Um, uh, do you think Siphon Filter could make a comeback? Man, you know, when Metal Gear came out, there were all those Metal Gear clones, and none of them lasted. Why? Because the clones. They tried too hard to be so close to Metal Gear Solid. I know some people say won't say it, but Hitman. I heard somebody say Hitman is Metal Gear. I'm like, not really. But Siphon Filter was definitely uh was a Metal Gear game, and the way he ran, it was. I will say this: I used to tase the fuck out of people. When I tased them, I would make them cook. I'd be like, yeah, burn. And like I was like, yeah, I was kind of crazy with that stuff. I wouldn't mind a Siphon Filter, relaunch, but who knows? I do not want Lost Boys remake. I don't either. It was classic the way it is. They'll need to make no more. We should do a goofy off voice off. I've I've actually put up voice. If you go to my older videos, I put up a couple of voices I've done. Marvin the Martian. you know, you know, I'm I'm going to blow up the earth. Isn't that lovely? You know, you know, it blocks my view of Venus, you know, things like that. He's got the Illudium 366 modulator. My Illudium, get that earth creature from me. I could do who else I do pretty good. Stitch. Tiki Wabba! Tiki Wabba! La Big Baga! The not the Krista! Let's a Krista! I'll do that card. So yeah, it's pretty funny. I hear it, and the more I hear it, like I actually fooled a couple of people speaking in a British accent, and it's like he was like, "Dude, how'd you do that?" I was like, "Well, you know, you listen to the different dialects, and it comes out. You know, you hear someone who's got more of a Cockney accent, you break it down, and you're like, okay." You know, and I've had people, can you do Aussie? I'm like, nah, I can't do that one. That's a little tougher. I'll try, but it'll work. But yeah, I've done it a lot. It's fun. You know, I'm not making fun of it. It's just, I love it. It's just good stuff. Um, Happy holidays and stay safe. Thank you. Well, uh, Donald Duck's up there too. Donald Duck is just fun. I mean, you know, the funniest thing is you watch the old school DuckTales from the 80s, and when he's on he's on the Navy ship and he's trying to tell them to do something. They're like, and it's always, what did he say? What did he say? It's always, that cracks me up all the time. I always laugh at that. It's sure you're laughing. Uh, I love Martian. Yeah, Marvin's funny. Marvin's funny. You know, it's always about blowing up the earth, and then they always come, wait, did you say you were gonna blow up the earth? Oh yes, I did. It blocks my view of Venus. And I'm like, then motherfucker, then why don't you go to the next planet and maybe see it from there, or make a telescope that reaches over? I don't know, like it's just ridiculous. It's just like, wait, you want to blow up another planet when there's all these people? Like, it's ridiculous. You're killing me with that. Uh, will you be looking forward to Aladdin's 30th anniversary next year? Wow, I forgot that's happening, man. Aladdin, 30 years. Well, Disney's version, because Aladdin, the story's been out longer. But yeah, I mean, that's gonna be tough. Because once again, Robin Williams killed that role. And I love what Will Smith said about it. Like, Robin Williams left no room for improvement with that character. So when he played a genie, he had to find his own niche with that. You know, so instead of singing, he had to rap with instead of doing that stuff. He talked about it in such an awe of it. The saddest part about the live action uh, Aladdin movie for me is that the actor who played Aladdin, you haven't seen him in anything else after that. Everybody else mostly went on to do other things, but he didn't, and that sucks. That sucks. I hate hearing stuff like that, especially for actors. I'm like, what? I can believe you're foul language. I can't believe you're foul language. Yeah. Uh, I've been intimidating voices since I was a kid, so yeah. You know who you should check out? Who's really good? Um, who's a really good, like a really good person to do voice, well, not voice, just sounds in general. You remember the Michael Winslow, who was in Police Academy? Guy's a legend. That dude, I don't know how he does the voice, the sounds he does, but it is just amazing. And every time I watch, like, he'll do like uh he'll do oh Jesus, he'll do like sounds because he said he grew up in Orlando, and his father was in the Air Force, so he would do like he said, this is what I heard all the time, and do the sounds. I'm like, how is he doing that? Like, and then all of a sudden he uh he he breaks out, puts on a wig, and he starts doing Jimmy Hayes, and I'm like, how's he doing that? Like he starts saying, doing the like he's making a guitar and singing Purple Haze, and I'm like yo, he sounds like what the hell? Like Michael Winslow is the man. Like check him out. If you've never seen him, check him out. He's great. Um, JP, do you think Capcom will ever release a new Darkstalkers? Probably not gonna happen anytime soon. I also like Bloody Raw. I forget who owns the Hudson, because that's what Bloody Raw. But I would love to see a Bloody Raw reboot or new one. I still have high hopes for Capcom doing a new Darkstalkers and a new Rival Schools. Definitely, I miss those games. Donald versus Daffy in the piano was so hilarious. That was so funny. That was I love Who Framed Roger. That's Who Framed Roger Rabbit is another one of my favorite movies of all time. Not just 80s movie, just movies of all time. To see you talk about crossovers. That was the first like seeing all these different cartoon characters cross over together. And the story made a lot of like they were real actors that you know and to me it only could have worked in the time period that they kept it in because I don't think it could have worked anything else. But also, if it wasn't for Who Framed Roger Rabbit, then when it got Space Jam and all those other movies where animation, even Cool World, um, yeah, Cool World's a little bit more risque, but yeah, we wouldn't have got those, because of and rest in peace, Bob Hoskins, because you did a great job as Eddie. To think that this was the one movie that Eddie Murphy turned down. He talked about there's only one movie he's ever turned down, and it was the Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And he said, yeah, he was gonna play the Bob. He was gonna play Eddie Valiant. And he looked at he's like animation and he's like animation and this sound like bullshit. I mean, and every time it comes on, it's like a slap in the face. Like, why didn't I do it? But even then, I still feel that it would have been different because we're talking about early 40s. This is a black man, and that they what that was like. So it would have been different. And Who Framed Roger Rabbit still has probably one of my crushes in females. I don't care what anybody's. No, y'all know. Don't even trip and say y'all didn't have some kind of crush on Jessica Rabbit because that I sure did. That was the almost one of the first girls that had me standing at attention. Y'all know what I mean by that. I'll stop. I'm gonna stop. I never got to play Darkstalker. What? Get out. Get out, Travis. No, I'm just messing with you. Really? You gotta play it. They, do you think Nick Fury would want Sam Fisher as an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Absolutely, Kuma. Absolutely, he would. I think Agent Nick would love Sam Fisher. Imagine Blade and Dante teaming up. Ooh, that's a good one. Speaking of Blade, did y'all hear the latest casting for in the Blade movie, the new Blade movie? They finally showed the next person, and it is veteran actor Delroy Lindo is playing they say a secret character, but ain't no secret character because I know exactly who he's playing. He's playing Blade's real mentor. Everybody says, matter of fact, let me ask everybody out there, and I want to see y'all questions, y'all answer. Who's Blade's mentor? Who taught Blade how to be a vampire hunter? I love to hear this because I want to see all your answers. Don't even look it up. Just tell me who it is right there. I want to see this. Start putting your answers. I respect Will Smith for at least giving it an effort. Yeah, exactly. What video game would you cross over with? Splinter Cell, Metal Gear. Would Sam Fisher be a good fit with Fury? Yep. My crush was Lola Bunny. Uh, are you turning 40 next year? Absolutely. I hit the big 4-0 next year. I hit the big O. I enter Club 40. I am about to exit Club 30 and go into Club 40. And I'm looking forward to it. Red Notice was a fun movie. I can't wait to see the sequel. I'm gonna watch that. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm looking for those answers, people. So who taught Blade vampire hunting? Come on. I want to know right off the top of your head who we got. I'm still waiting. I see one person. I won't say it yet, but let's go. Okay, I'm turning 25 next year. Congratulations. What have you got planned for the big 4-0, Chris? Well, I want to have a for party for me turning 40. I want it to be a theme party. I want it to be 80s theme. So everything from the 80s. If it goes my way, I'll be dressing up like Run DMC. Me and Malcolm. I'll probably get on stage and like Run DMC. It'd be great. Okay, we got two. Okay, we got Ellie basically saying Whistler. We got Travis with an answer. I'll save that. I'm still looking for some more. The way should Jet Jaguar from be in the monster? I'll take it. Uh, okay, since nobody else is gonna answer, Mr. N, you are wrong. Whistler is not even real. He was just made up for the movies. The real trainer and the real mentor to Blade is exactly what Travis said. Jamal Al-Fahi. He was a jazz musician, but also a vampire hunter when he was in his heydays. He trained Blade. Yeah, you also got to remember, Blade grew up in the streets of London. He's not from the States. He grew up in London. So, and with these Marvel movies, they try to stay more close to the source material. Travis is correct. Everybody says Whistler. Whistler was not real. He was made up. They want to, and so Delroy Leonard to me is playing Jamal Alfari. Definitely. Uh, I need to see Gal do more fight scenes. She is military trained after all. True. There's a lot of actors that are military trained, but it's different from training in the military than fighting in movies. Just remember that. Um, that's gonna be mine too, but I still have 4 more years to go. Okay. I have no idea who trained, but I just said Kuma who trained. His name is Jamal Afari. He was also a jazz musician, played saxophone, but he's also a vampire hunter. And one night vampires attacked him, and Blade at the age of 8 saved him, helped him, and then he took on Blade and trained him. Uh, American washed. Pretty much. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that, but it, it doesn't take away from Blade. Blade is black. He was black. That's never been changed. I mean, I remember I'd seen somebody write like Blade was Blade was never black. I'm like, I just I just stopped myself. I'm like, should I curse this fool out? No. So I was like, sir, Blade has always been black since the day he was created, since the day Wolfman and Colin created that character. Yes, Marv Wolfman co-created Blade, and he was always black. He Gene Colan designed him after Richard Roundtree Shaft, the black, everything like that. That's how he's always been. But at first, Blade had the really weird costume. When he first got, he looked like something out of a soda pop commercial. I mean, the green goggle. Oh my God, he was completely different. It was just weird. Um, what did you think of the Filipino vampire? Think of the Filipino vampire. That was freaky. Vampire, what? Bat or I wouldn't know it. Let's see. Keep going. Uh, Almost there. Which full frontal movie did better, in your opinion? The Full Monty or Magic Mike? Uh, I never watched Magic Mike, so I can't say. I've watched Full Monty though. So my 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 opinion is gonna just go Full Monty. Monty. Blade anime. Um, I like the Blade anime. That was fun. You know, and I the only thing I did not like about the Blade anime is that he did the same move over and over and over again. It's like, come on, you got to know something else. Like, but I did like the Blade anime. I remember the Blade anime. Yeah, it was great. That was probably the one the out of the Marvel animes they did. I didn't like the Wolverine. I didn't like Iron Man because I thought they would nail Iron Man because Mecha it works, but I didn't like the 3D mix with the 2D animation. I liked the X-Men and I liked Blade. That was the ones I did like. But I hated the Wolverine. I did not like that. Um, yeah, well, Formality is the OG definitely. Um, I like the the world tour of vampires. Yeah, I mean, and you got to also remember in different countries and um different religions, vampires are different. What maybe you got the European style vampires that we know mostly see, and then you go somewhere like China, vampires are different. And when you go South America, they could be different there, and different cultures have a different under belief and understanding of vampires. But to me, the thing about vampires, and I've always questioned, uh, is why human blood? They're bloodsuckers, right? They need blood to survive. And in most stories that I've read, some of them there's some vampires that don't even use human blood. They just live off of animal blood. And I'm like, yeah, they can. Like even a story I was writing one time. I had it where the vampire in the movie in the what I was writing, he never once attacked a person. He lived off of goat's blood, and and they've always said like vampires need to feed every 4 hours or so, and I'm like, okay, but still, it's like why human blood? It just is weird at times. Depends on who's writing it. But for me, like I said, I'm a werewolf guy. I'm more of a werewolf guy. I like werewolves more than vampires because they werewolves are just fun, more fun to me. Uh, Nami Dance Luna. How did you feel about Invincible? Also, did you read the comics? Yes, I did. So I knew everything that was they were adapting in that first season. And I thought they did a very good job at adapting Invincible. Invincible is a very bloody comic. It gets real gritty, nitty gritty. You forget that sometimes, but it's about to get even more nitty gritty when Marx fights Conquest. Oh my God, it's gonna get nitty. It's gonna get gritty. I wonder, will they bring in his brother early or will they not? Will he change it? He does change his costume. He goes from instead of being yellow blue, it goes all blue at one point. So yes, I've read the comics. I have. Thank you very much. Players Club movie fight. Oh, Players Club. That cat fight was crazy in that. Do you like Seth Rogen? Yeah, I like him. He's good. He's good. I couldn't really get into it. I don't know why. I just can't stand the show for some reason. It's not for everybody, you know. But that's a comic franchise that needed to be animated. There's no way that was going to get a live action, and I hope to see more image characters get like an anime, like a Astonishing Wolfman, Haunt, people like that. You know, maybe even a new Spawn animated series. That'd be great. Blade should definitely get his own video game. I'll take it if it's done by um um Insomniac. Yeah, I'll do it. Energy Vampires. That was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. Okay, what would your reaction be if you saw a man dressed in a cow costume stealing 26 gallons of milk from Walmart while he's crawling on all fours and mooing? Get that guy some help. Something wrong with that guy. That's all I'm gonna say. What the fuck is wrong with that? I love Subway. Um, I haven't eaten at Subway in a long time. Um, and I'm not saying just because of what Jared did, but I don't know. I just haven't I just haven't eaten at Subway in a while, like a long time. You know, I don't like that fact that I remember the last time I ordered from Subway, um, and I ordered just a regular sandwich. I was like, okay, I want salami, cheese, lettuce, honey mustard, pickles, and they load up the meat, and I'm seeing them put the cheese on. I'm like, hey, what? Put some more cheese on that. That's extra. That's extra, sir. Does it look like I care? Like, put the cheese on. Stop, stuff like that. I hate when they do that. Favorite um Yu Yu Hakusho character, gotta stick with Hiei. I love Hiei. I do love Hiei, Black Dragon Wave. But I'm also definitely a big Yusuke fan because I see myself as I see a lot of Yusuke in me. Some things I'm like, yeah, I carry myself like Yusuke a lot. What if Helsing and Blood Plus crossed over? Oh man. Uh, I don't know how Alucard is gonna feel about that, but um, I wouldn't be messing with Alucard. You know what I mean? If he smiles at you, you in some serious shit. If we get another Deadpool, I need his best friend, Vampire Calvin. Oh my god. Are you more a Timon or Pumbaa fan? Uh, Pumbaa. I don't know something about warthogs, but warthogs are not cute. They're not funny. Those things are dangerous. You ever watch the nature sheet and you see the speed of these swine that are crazy, like just how fast they can be and how dangerous they can be is unbelievable. That's unbelievable. I like Timon, Invincible Subway. My reaction to the guy in the cow costume would be, let's see what happens when he gets a purple a purple nurple and see it produce some milk. Yeah, Pumbaa's my guy. I don't know. I just like Pumbaa. I don't get me wrong. I like Timon too, but I like meerkats. But uh, you know, warthogs, man. Just something about wild boars and it's dangerous. My dad was in the military. He got chased by a wild boar. He used to tell me the story all the time. It's funny. He didn't get hurt, but his sergeant did. It was hilarious. Um, it's cool, but he's bossy sometimes. Sometimes, yeah, he can be a little boss. It's always a little animal. If there's a duo, the littlest animal is always the bossiest. It's always that way. I find that funny. I find that very funny. Um, mm, mm, mm. Let's see. What's the next question? Are we still good? My thing ain't go off yet. But once you guys hear that, this buzzing noise, that means I'm done. Um, uh, yeah, we get a meerkat commercial here called "Compare the Market." Check it out. Laughing. Okay, I'll check it out. Akuda Matai. A wonderful phrase there. Mm, that'd be funny. Uh, all right, let's see. What stories do you think will be written for Shuri Black Panther? Well, if it is her, I mean, the first thing is just filling the shoes, like growing into that character, that the legacy of that, and being, in a sense, the first female. I guess, got to fill her brother's shoes, and it falls on her. Who knows? What's the next question? Lorenzo Smalls, you're killing me, Smalls. I'm gonna keep saying that, dude. I'm sorry. Your name, Smalls. Um, who was your favorite Hercules actor or Hercules? Um, I've seen a lot of men play Hercules, from the big, muscle men and to bodybuilders. Hell, even Arnold played Hercules. Now when he played Hercules, he barely speak English. Lou Ferrigno's played him. I've seen a lot of people play him. Um, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say Kevin Sorbo. I thought he was a very believable Herc. In terms of he was big. I mean, Kevin Sorbo was like 6'9" or he was a tall dude. And I loved Hercules and the Legendary Journeys, and then of course then the spinoff Xena, all filmed out in New Zealand. So shouts out to New Zealand. All those that's all that was where they were all filmed. You could tell. Um, but yeah, he was and he made you really believe in him as Hercules. He kind of reminded me of animated John Byrne's Superman. John Byrne's run of Superman, he kind of depowered Superman a little bit, giving him more of a mortal feel. Like, okay, he can be a little hurt, things like that. But and in the Kevin Sorbo Hercules, it wasn't saying that he couldn't be. It was always the question: is he immortal? Is he not immortal? Is he? Can he be killed, or can he not be killed? I mean, there were episodes where he did get shot by arrows made. And I love the show because it really showcased, the difference between, some of the things like with Hera. Hera killed his family in the first episode after they did the first 5 movies. Hera throws a fireball down on his family, kills his wife and his kids, and Zeus didn't do a damn thing to help. And I love the dynamic between Herc and his dad. Like he didn't hate him, but he didn't. I wouldn't say he loved him either because it was like there's a lot of shit that went down. He was just like, where were you when your wife did all this? And then almost to the point there was times he even said like a lot of the shit that is going on because that's happening to me is because of your ass. You did it. And I can understand that. I mean, I've always said that every time I read when I was studying Greek mythology, I'm like, a lot of this shit is all the shit that happens is because of Zeus. His infidelity, because he can't keep his dick in his pants. He need to go sleep with this woman and sleep with that woman and do all this. And it's just like, good God, you can understand why Hera is angry at these women. It's not, well, not angry at, but angry enough to hurt these women because Zeus liked them. It was just good God. But I still like the show. It was a good show. I have it all collection like box sets, and I'll break it out and watch them. But yeah, that was one of my favorite Hercules. Um, yeah. Outside of his, yeah, I see Rakai. Yeah, outside of his political stuff, yeah, that stuff can. But I'm talking about, yeah, he kind of cuckoo with that. Even Lucy Lawless put him in his place a couple of times, and I'm like, yeah, you deserve that. But as in terms of him playing Hercules, yeah, fine. Like I said, I've seen it's just like same thing. Like it's like somebody asking me who's my favorite Robin Hood. I've been watching Robin Hood since my mom first showed me, rest in peace, mom, showed me that first movie with Earl Flynn. That was the first time I was, you know, so that's the same thing. Um, Philly Valkyrie, like that name. Hey Chris, did you watch? Wait a wait a minute. Sorry, that's you. It's okay. Okay, everybody. This is the person that I want to thank. Everybody, thank you. That's the special person. There you go. Anyway, Philly Valkyrie asks me, "Did you watch Bright Samurai Soul yet?" I have not watched it yet. I'm going to watch it. Definitely going to watch it. Um, but no one is unpopular as Dean. Dean Kane's another one that just going cuckoo. I don't know what it is. Me and my brother talk about it all the time. We're like, what? Every time something that happens in comics, they go to Dean Kane, and I'm like, when does he have so much knowledge in everything? Now, I remember when he was going on about like it's stupid to have a black Superman and all this stuff, and I'm like, fool, you're one of the first biracial Superman. You can look at Dean Kane, you see, man's biracial. He's white and Asian. Like, what's going through your head? It's just ridiculous. Favorite Ren and Stimpy episode. Favorite Ren and Stimpy episode is probably, well, I got a couple. The first episode of the Happy Joy song when Stimpy's no, Ren's cousin came over. Uh, and of course, when Stimpy got rich and went out to Hollywood and left Ren out there, and and he won. It's funny. He won all that. He won the award. Uh, those are two of my favorite episodes. I remember you saying you lived in California. What is one of the first things you love to do there when you pay a visit? Yeah, I did live in California. When I came when I came to this country uh, in the late '80s from Germany, my parents were there finishing their term in the military. They were stationed out there. Uh, they finished their term in the European division of the U.S. Army and went out there. We were near a military base called Fort Orm. We uh, lived off base, and we lived in Monterey. That's outside of. It's a coastal city, really nice coastal city. And my dad used to always take me bike riding on his bike called Betsy, and I would be in the back on the back. Uh, you ever, yeah, and he would ride me through there and things like that. It was fun. Uh, but if I ever return back to Philly, I mean to Cali, visit, first thing I probably want to do is just go on the beach again because I remember going on the beaches and running, trying to catch as a kid, trying to catch the seagulls and feeding them, and sometimes even going to like little lakes and feeding the big geese. These geese were bigger than me. I wasn't scared of them. They come maybe like taller than me. I was a little baby. It was like a little boy then. And then after my dad finished his term, came back home to New York. My dad, parents from New York, but my mom had to stay out to finish her term in the military, and because she had maternity leaves and things like that. My brothers, so she had to stay longer. But I'll never forget the day she came home. And you ever see those videos where people are when their a family member comes back from service? That was me. I remember it vividly. It was I was sleeping and I felt somebody kiss me, like almost like Sleeping Beauty. Just somebody kissed me. I woke up and I looked, and I could see somebody. You couldn't see too because you're getting the coal out of your eye. And all I remember, she's still in her uniform or fatigue, and she said, "Hey, baby," and I jumped in her arms like, "Mom!" And I remember that as so. Anytime I see videos like that, it just takes me back to that day. Um, yeah, it takes me back to those days, so it's fun. Uh, oh my God. And I was just talking about you, Billy Valkyrie. I was just talking about you. So, um, and you have a good Thanksgiving, Zara. Um, let's move on. Vampires are dope as well. Vampire Hunter D, for example. Yeah, vampires are great. What I love about vampires, they, because that's Blade is that to a degree, but really a vampire is somebody. Here's the thing: some Blade, he's a vampire, but different because Vampire D is one. What? How does a vampire is born? One of your parents has to be a vampire. Most of the time, it's males. You never see it from a female and a male human. They always male vampire, human mother. That's how a vampire is born. But Blade is they always say half vampire. He's a vampire, yes, but he's not because his mother was bitten by Deacon Frost, and the way they'd explain it is they say the enzymes of the bite affected him while he was still in his mother's womb. They went more technical with it, but the most of the text, if you read half vampires, it's one of their parents is a vampire. But yeah, I do like Vampire Hunter D is my dude. I love that. Personally, I don't give a rat's ass about politics. I'm political. All that matters is me. Is a person. Is a person respectful of me? I'll be respect. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true. But politics changes people. Like it's corrupts sometimes people. What's your favorite Peter and Mary Jane moment? Oh, uh, their wedding. I will always love the wedding. That's definitely a moment. What's your expectation of 2022? Hopefully it gets better, but definitely I will be returning back to comic conventions. And the first comic convention I will be going to in 2022, I'm heading back to Orlando, baby. So I'll be doing MegaCon 2022. So me and Multi will be kicking it. I'll do my vlog as well, but definitely I'll be down there again. Hopefully I will. Another the big thing about 20 is getting down to a certain city of brotherly love and talking to a very special someone that I definitely need to talk to. Um, she knows who she is, so let's put it like that. Okay. I don't know. If you ask me, positive's gotten really bad. Yeah, it has. Yeah, you gotta tell me. Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Thanksgiving, Perry. Travis asks me, did you see the King of Fighters or Dollar trail? King of Fighters door trailer dollars? No, I haven't. I haven't been keeping up with King of Fighters. I don't know why. You probably know by now, Chris, that I'm not a huge comic follower. I did used to read Abino's and Danny's comics that my grand imported from the UK, her birthplace. I love those. Oh, okay. Never knew your grandmother was from the UK. Okay, that's cool. Are you into H&H? I haven't seen it in a long time, but heard the clown and chain boy are going to battle. I hope they animate it. H plus H. I don't think so. Um. Next question is what did you think of Wallace and Gromit franchise from the first? I love Wallace and Gromit. I love Wallace and Gromit. I love that. I love. My favorite is probably the um when they save the sheep and Billy and get off me chains and Gromit, go for him. I love that. Wallace and Gromit is fun. I love those. Sounds like fun. I hope to be around to see it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, my grandmother. I miss my grandmothers too. All my grandparents are gone. Um, don't have any of them anymore. I miss them. I miss my grandfather the most. On my father's side, I miss him the most. Called him Papa, and though he was blind, he could see the world better than any righteous man or person. He always saw the good in people before anything. Oh, that is the time. That is my alarm going off. I set a buzzer. Well, guys, we're gonna end it right here. Um, just want to say to everybody who is in the United States, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you, don't eat too much. Hold on. Okay. as I said before, I hope everybody have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. Give thanks to what means the most to you. Give thanks to, in most places, especially here and the age that we're living in now, be thankful that you're alive, because there are a lot of people out there that we've lost to this pandemic and things like that. Just be grateful for what you got and not what you have. And more importantly, have fun with the family, and that's one of the big things right there. Anyway, guys, I appreciate everybody that came out. I love you guys. Thank you so much, my pack. Jesus Christ, what the heck is that outside? I don't know what that was. And more importantly, your alpha loves you. I will see you guys next time, as always. Once again, like I said before, guys, got new merch in the store. Check it out. I want to thank Philly Valkyrie. For those who were wondering who's this Azaria girl he's talking about, that's her. Thank you very much. Um, I I can't I can't I that's only for her to know. Like that's not between everybody else. And more importantly, the Patreon is up. I'm going to start putting tiers. So if you want to do follow me on the Patreon, that'd be great too. Shouts out to um, Mr. N. Ellie in for dropping the 5 note. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate that very much. It was a super chat. Thank you. I so I appreciate that. And with that being said, guys, um, you guys take care. Deuces.